Bad news. But no transfer news today, because not only did we not sell/sign anybody of any significance, he was awful. So he won't be back for this today. He might be back in the summer if he can prove himself. Yesterday, I was underwhelmed, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, today, 2 games of importance. I'm excited. Now, of course, last episode there was the 1-0 win over Wolfsburg. Henry Green on the goal-scoring sheets, and he was back in the goals again against Freiburg. In between that, we had a win against Kaiserslautern and a defeat to Gelsenkirchen. Schalke are a decent side in this division, and I'm not that shocked to lose to them. That said, the top 5 at the moment, very, very close. Of course, Bayern's still running away with it, 11 points clear, but behind them, there's a real battle emerging. Leverkusen, Schalke, Red Bull Leipzig, ourselves, probably Dortmund, and you can probably include Hamburg in there as well, to be honest, are fighting out for those 3 Champions League spots, or the 2 real Champions League spots after Bayern Munich. So, today then, 2 games. We're going to focus on the league and Europe. Karlsruhe are going to be the first team we play, and then Copenhagen are coming up a little bit later on in the first leg of our Europa League first round knockout stage. That's easy to say. Right then, let's get into this then. Let's get ready through the team for today's game, and hopefully we can start with a win. So then, the team for today's game is going to be Trementi in goal, Van der Mees, Greco and Manolas at the back, with Khalifa Kalaffa on the left-hand side. Veron and Fernandes in the middle, with Schneider ahead of them, getting his game today. Of course, we've had a few issues with James. I only call him James Rodriguez. With James Rodriguez, he's kind of nearly back to full fitness, but we're not going to risk him today. We might play him in Europe instead. Henry Green on the right-hand side then, Dunkel on the left, and Kevin will be up top through the middle. 11 goals and 11 starts, and of course Defoe on the bench if needs be, and I'm sure at some point there will be needs to be, or to bring him on. So let's get into this game then. Karlsruhe are the team we're playing. I think this is going to be an easy win. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I'm expecting good things. They're currently, though, having a decent season. I see they're 10th position. A little bit surprised, not going to lie. We'll see how we get on then. Stuttgart versus Karlsruhe. Let's see how it goes. I just like saying Karlsruhe. Have you noticed? That's 3 times so far. And they've got Hepner in the middle. Maximilian Hepner, of course, a player you'll recognise from Dresden. They brought him for actual money, and he's doing okay. He was always one of my more favourite players at Dresden. He looks good. And when I say good, I mean good for Dresden, not good for Stuttgart. We're a level above. Oh, also, we had a job offer in the window. Wolfsburg. I didn't go. I mean, they're literally not as good as us, so it wouldn't make any sense. Still a little bit annoyed about the Juventus business. Never mind, never mind. We'll play them in Europe. They get to see me in action. Right, then the games are underway. Let's see how we get on against Karlsruhe. I noticed that in the top 4 on that side then, our goal difference, not as good. Oh, brilliant. Well, hello, Kevin. What's happened here then? Injuries come up. Potential foot injury. That's never good. That's Defoe on. I mean, it's an easy change. That's broken. That's a broken foot. Straight after the transfer window as well. Seri's delighted. He's the only one pleased, though. Well, Defoe's on then. So far, little to nothing has happened. We're going to go attacking for the final 10 minutes of the half. We'll probably stay that way for the remainder of the second half as well. Dominating possession so far, playing well, pass completion's good. But with 4 minutes to go of this half, will we find a breakthrough? Manolas heads forward. Defoe can't get there. And now there may be going to be a chance then for Karlsruhe to bring this forward. They're playing a 4-4-2. Which is obviously not as common these days. Oh, for God. Oh, it's worldwide. Not as common these days. So it's never. I'm never really sure how to play against the 4-4-2. Ordinarily, you'd expect there to be a lot of space in the middle. 2 midfielders for them having to do a lot of work. But so far, we haven't really been able to take advantage. Right, we've gone attacking. I think we're going to start exploiting the flanks a little bit more, stretching them as much as we can. We've got wingers out there, so we may as well. I'm not pleased with how things are going. That would be a lie. Aggressively, I'm not happy with the performance out there. Let's see if we can try and encourage a little bit more here. In fact, let's do one of these other little team talks now they're out there. Let's passionately say encourage. I mean, what does that mean? Right, we're coming forward though. Khalifa Kalaffa has it taken off him. Ball's lifted forward. This is probably the highlight, but yeah, it's the introductory highlight to the second half. Hepner's gone off. He was struggling a little bit for fitness as Chimenti fires it forward to Defoe. He's not a natural target man by any stretch of the imagination, unlike Henry Green, who does a very good job out there. Chimenti fires it forward. Of course, Henry Green can also play up front, so we've got options in the striking areas if the Kevin injury is as bad as I fear. I'm thinking in this game, though, half an hour to go. We're not breaking down the door as such, so I may well bring James Rodriguez on. We're depending on Defoe to score in front of you as Defoe strike from distance. Oh, we expected it in many ways. Okay, what we'll do is we'll bring on James Rodriguez to play behind Schneider, and we'll actually bring... Do you know what? Oh, do I take Defoe off after bringing him on? I'm doing it. We're putting Oviedo on that right-hand side, making Henry Green the attacking target man. He's been in the goals recently. Let's see if he can do it again. I mean, that's awful, isn't it? I've brought Defoe on, and then I've subbed him off again. He's not going to be happy, but that is embarrassing for a professional. James with a corner, though, played in. Not the greatest corner in the world, and it might give Karu a chance to get rid of it. They're doing it very slowly, which they're dallying a little bit, if they don't mind me saying so. The ball's gone forward. Now, this ball here is going to have to be very good, and it is very good. Ball over the top. They're through on goal. Chiminski with the save. Now, this is the moment now. 20 minutes to go. If we don't score in this next 20 minutes, then we're going to lose ground on the teams ahead of us. A win here, and we keep up there with the chasing pack. Henry Green struggling a little bit out there, but here we are. This is now the moment for us. Henry Green, that's the hold-up play we're looking for. Fernandez, Green to his left-hand side. James Rodriguez into Henry Green. Forward to Hernandez. Fernandez even. I got the wrong name, but it's in the back of the net. Fernandez with the goal. It's 9th goal from a box-to-box midfield role in the centre. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Great goal from Fernandez. Good work. Henry Green, pivotal to making it work as well. Let's watch it in 3D and see it in action then. So you can see here, Fernandez starts the move, gives it to James Rodriguez. Henry Green slides it through. Great hold-up play. Fernandez one-on-one with the goalkeeper and a good finish. Little chip into the corner. And it gives us the 1-0 lead. Now the question is, do we stay attacking or do we go a little bit more standard, a little bit more defensive? I think we'll come back to standard now. And just try and see this out. We started the game in control. James, free kick. James, oh, he's banged it against the bar. Ball played back. He's on it again. Pulls it back. It's hit the post. We're not respecting the equipment. In fact, we're disrespecting the equipment, which is never good. Will we be punished in these final 10 minutes for that? As the ball's gotten out to Veron, we will not be punished. In fact, we will score a second. Christian Veron with it then. 2-0 to Stuttgart. Loving life. You can see then the ball swung in from James Rodriguez all the way to the back post. Greco heads down and Christian Veron on the volley. I love that sort of finish, by the way, in Football Manager. I absolutely love it. 2-0 then, 81 minutes on the clock. That should be game over. I don't think the changes had a huge impact, but bringing James on certainly made the difference. And I mean, if he's retiring, we've got to try and talk him out of this, haven't we? I think we have to. He's so pivotal. I just love him. 5 minutes to go. Another chance for us here. Khalifa Klaffer, left side, puts it towards the goal. Henry Green. I mean, we've moved him into the centre, and he's producing wonderful things. 5th goal of the season for Henry Green. 3 goals for us in the game. A 3-0 win. And again, it's getting tighter and tighter at the top now. Only 2 points between us and Leverkusen in second. Things are getting exciting up there. Henry Green then left-footed finish. Lovely finish. And that should be game over. I'm just pleased that we're applying ourselves. That was yesterday's video. Never mind. Stuttgart 3, Karu 0, and that's the end of this one then. Now we go into the first leg of our Europa League game against FC Copenhagen, or Copenhagen, or Copenhagen, or Copenhagen. I don't know, not sure. It's one of those. Anyway, we're going into it. Let's get there. Things are getting tight at the top. Here we go. A few days' time. Rotation's going to be key. What are we going to do about it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Kevin, the Vulcanator, is out injured. Kevin Velasquez will not be with us for a while then. 5 to 6 months with a damaged Achilles tendon. I think he's broken. It's not broken. It's just as bad though. 6 months out. That's his season over. And yeah, he's off to a specialist. Flipping heck. Oh, hang on a minute. James Rodriguez is 1 appearance away from getting 15 league appearances, which will trigger an additional year on his contract. Now, I worry. Well, in fact, then does that mean he retires still? He wants the team to win a trophy by the end of the season. Flipping heck. Benji Anger at poor first half revealed. Well, I mean, it clearly made the difference. Veron backs Benji to win new contracts. Am I out of, hang on, am I out of contract here? After all I've done for the... Oh, come on now. It literally runs out soon. They've not been in touch at all. Well, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd be the first time I wouldn't just be moving on. I'd be told to leave. So, now I could ask for one, but I don't know, it's a bit risky, isn't it? My board meetings historically have never gone that well. Right then, as we are arriving at this game today, we've got a decision to make. Do we play Defoe up front, who's been not too bad in Europe this season? It must be said, it's decent in the competition. 4 goals so far. Question is, do we play him up front or do we play Henry Green, who's been in the goals recently and playing very, very well? I'm actually going to play Henry Green in this one and then play Oviedo on that right-hand side. I think that's probably the best bet. I think the way Henry Green's been playing recently, it'd be foolish not to play him. Keep Defoe on the bench. I will save him for games where you're not watching. Seri obviously comes onto the bench as well. At the back, I think we keep things largely the same. Now, Manos might get a game today, though, against Dunkel. I mean, this is knockout now. You can't take too many risks. You've got to be careful. I think what we'll do then is we'll bring... Ronaldo Samuel probably comes back in as well. He's had a bit of a suspension, I think. So he comes in as well, alongside Manolas. Then I've got, like, Kurzawa there. Do I want to bring him in? Yeah, let's do it. I think we've still got a squad that needs to be refreshed as much as possible. We're also going to bring in James Rodriguez, who, it said their retirement. I saw it. We're talking him out of this. Please reconsider your retirement, James. Please, please, please. Just give me 1 more year. He's going to reconsider it. Excellent. We'll find out in a few weeks. Oh. Right, so this is the team we've gone with then. Henry Green's going to be up top. We've got Oviedo one side, Romanos the other, James Rodriguez in the middle, Veron Fernandez in the centre, Van der Mees, Ronaldo Samuel, Manolas, Kurzawa and Chimenti in goal. For Copenhagen, I don't know. Dolberg, I recognise. He's the young Ajax striker that's coming through that people are raving about, but he's playing on the left today. We've got Doria, the Brazilian centre-back. That's a curious one. And this guy who's just got a fantastic name, Vincenzo de Viao. That can't be how it's said. And up top then, Michael Hermason, who actually looks amazing. How has he been here all the time? Okay, was it PSG for a little bit? Look at the goal machine, Michael Hermason. I think that the stats on the lad aren't too bad either. How have they got him here? I mean, he is Danish, fair enough. But my word, does he score goals? In Denmark. Just remember, it's in Denmark. I'm really impressed by him. I shouldn't be this impressed by someone else. Oh, they've got Nuri on the bench as well. Not the Ajax wonder kid. He's not really developed, has he? Bless him. Right, then into the game we go. And we're in the red, shooting from left to right. Our unusual red kit. You don't see it very often, but when you do, it's a lovely occurrence. So let's see if we can get some away goals in this Europa tie then. Of course, we know then that Copenhagen have a very capable striker, capable of scoring goals at any level, mainly in the Danish Super League or whatever it's called. But even so, we've got to try and put them to the sword today as first chance of the game is in our favour. Oviedo running with it inside, lays it off to Fernandez, gives it to James. I call him James. Jimmy Rod is what I've referred to him as most of my life. As he goes forward again, Van der Mees nips in there, does very, very well. And now Manolas forward. Jimmy Rod knocks it on. And now Romanos running at their defence. Romanos ball into the middle. Perhaps Henry Green's there. Pull back. Oh, Rodriguez with that goal. Jimmy Rod makes it 1-0. I mean, for a man that shouldn't be fast anymore, he pops up a lot with goals and assists. And I like him a lot. Lovely finish from him. 11 minutes on the clock. And a good way to start today's game. Romanos then runs down that left-hand side. Pulls it back. I think it deflects back, actually. And then there he is then. Jimmy Rod on hand to prod it home. Lovely old job. It's our first shot of the game as well, which would be annoying if I wasn't the manager of Stuttgart, but I am, so that's football. Well, there's not much happening. That was yesterday. Kurzawa, ball in. Jimmy Rod lays it for Fernandez. Fernandez loves to strike from there. Well, he had a go. I was wondering if he would or not. Corner kick to us, and it's going to be played, and I assume, by Jimmy Rod. It is Jimmy Rod. Puts it into the back post. Oh, well, Ronaldo Samuel doesn't get there, and it falls to Veron. So far, good first half performance. Henry Green not having the most impact ever for a striker. Defoe is waiting in the wings, of course, but so far, with control fluid, it's been a very solid first half, and we've got our away goal. I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. We're just going to keep things exactly the same. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Unless it is likely to break, then you should definitely have it seen to. Because I don't like that attitude. If you saw a bridge and it was sort of, you know, it wasn't completely broken, but it had been there for 400 years and had a really good chance of breaking, no one would be going, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You'd be going, get that reinforced. There's a danger. What are we doing? Basically, if there's a bridge near you, ring the council, because otherwise you could be on that bridge when it goes down. Just be careful. I don't care if it's a little bridge that goes over a stream or a big bridge. Any bridges. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I go too far. Ball played in. They've got a chance. Oh my God, it's run all the way through. It's going behind. It's a goal kick. A little bit of nervous pressure there, though. 20 minutes left on the clock. Let's get Seti on. He's a target man, for goodness sake. Get him on there. Defoe will keep off there. Get him on there. Get him off there. Schneider's going to come in for Veron, actually. A little bit of a deeper role for Schneider, but he's played there for us. He's played there for us before. That's what we're getting at. Sorry, I'm just thinking about bridges still. I can't help it. Got an overlap on the horizon as Van der Mees plays the ball in. Doria gets there, clears it up to Hermansen. I mean, we've talked about this already, Ben. He's not really done anything in this game. It has to be said. Jimmy Rod, well, it's off the back side of Oviedo, who now stands on the ball, keeps it. Schneider into Fernandez. He might lose out there. Just gets it back. Oviedo and now Dolberg with a chance to play it forward and does. Gelson on this right hand side. If he pulls it back, we're in trouble. And Hermansen gets the goal. It's 1-1. 78 minutes. His 22nd goal of the season. I mean, we dilly-dallied on the ball there, it has to be said. And Gelson on this or Gleeson, is it? I think it might be Gleeson. Perhaps, yeah, it's more Gleeson than Gleeson. They've scored, is what I'm getting at. It's the bridges! I can't stop thinking about I'm worried about bridges. 10 minutes to go. Chance! Oh, well, man, alas. Will there be another highlight? I mean, it's fallen to Alberto Seri, who I don't really know why I brought on. Oviedo into Fernandez. Fernandez! Oh, of course he pops up and does the business. That's his 10th of the season. He scored earlier on. He scored again. And we've got 2 away goals now. That is going to be very, very difficult for Copenhagen to come back and get into in the second leg. We'll bring you to that next episode. But there we are then. Fernandez with the finish. Lovely old finish it was too. 2-1. Let's just hold on now, shall we? Let's go defensive. Let's go Italian. Juventus did a very good job at it. Let's be like them. Obviously, let's not be them because they didn't give me... they've got a chance. Last minute of the game, it's cleared, and there it is then. 2-1 win away from home in Europe. I'll always take that, and I'll passionately say, well done, lads. That was a good win for us. It was a good win for us. Disappointing that our strikers didn't get on the score sheet, but regardless, the midfield have chipped in as they always seem to, and that is going to bring. I mean, look at him. He's got 10 goals this season. Who's this guy? Radoslav Lukak. He's at Aberdeen. I mean, no, he was at Aberdeen. He's not. But he's Aberdeen sold him. Oh, Aberdeen. Why would you do that? Are you winning the league? No, Aberdeen. That was a mistake. Celtic top of the table. I can barely believe it. And then, folks, next episode we will bring you a game against Copenhagen, the second leg of this Europa tie, as well as the game against Red Bull Leipzig. We'll probably just avoid games like the Bayern game, but then there's Leverkusen and Dortmund coming up after Dresden, so there's lots to look forward to in the save. If you're enjoying the series so far, drop a like on it. Let's aim for 1,000 likes. Why not? We've not hit it for a little while, so let's go for it. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel, and we're in love with care. If we're not to Benji, I'll see you again. Goodbye. Oh, I'm in a happy mood. That was yesterday. Forget it. Forget it. It's over now. Unless they liked it, and we might do it again. It's fine.